Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to be making this Christmas tree. So this is the first installment of our Christmas diamonds. So we're doing Christmas tree diamond. So we're going to need, you're going to need green and a background. I'm going to use a medium blue for my background in this one. You're going to need white, brown, and pink, purple, a dark blue, yellow, and another color of a green in order to do this. Okay, so what did I do with my... There it is. Alright, so this is... We need 2 chain 2 to get started, and then in the second chain from the hook we're going to make a single crochet and 2 doubles in that all in that second chain, and that is called a falling leaf stitch. And each square consists of a falling leaf stitch. So row 1 is 1 square and row 1 is done. Alright, so row 2, we're going to chain 2 and turn, and you will do this every time until we get to row 25 or 26. 26 is different. So we are chain 2 and turning until after row 25. So again, you're putting that half, you're going in that second chain from the hook to put your falling leaf stitch in, and then you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, which those are doubles, and the third stitch over is a single, and you're always going to be putting falling leaf stitches in the single crochet. So we put our second falling leaf stitch in there. Okay, and that is row 2, and we have 2 squares. So each row is going to go up by 1 square. Row 3 will have 3 squares. Row 4 will have 4 squares. So let's chain 2 and turn for row 3, and in the second chain from the hook we will start again with our green. In this pattern you will always start with green and end with the green. You'll start with 1 green and end with 1. So we do the first falling leaf stitch in the green, and then we're not going to finish that second double crochet. As you can see, I did half of that second, and then I'm going to bring this blue in because it's going to be our background color, and we just finish it off. Now we're going to bring this green with me. I'm going to carry it because, like I said, we need that green at the end, right? And so we're going to put the blue in the middle here after you're skipping those 2 doubles, and in the third stitch over is that single that you're putting your blue in. And then we're going to switch over to our green again. Again, I'm not going to finish that second double crochet because I'm going to finish it off with the green, so I have that ready to go. Skipping these 2 and going in the last one right here to create my last square. There we go. And of course we have 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so you're going to continue doing this until row 8. You're going to do this, yes, we're going to do this for 8 rows. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to have 6 blue in the middle of the 2 greens in row 8. And I will see you then for row 9. Alright, row 9. We're going to chain 2 and turn and start out with our green. like normal. All right, and then we need 2 blue. All right, and then we need white. So 1 white, and we can leave that behind. And then we'll bring our blue up, and we need 4 blue and a green to finish off row 9. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll finish that off with the green at the end here. And that is 9 rows. And that's what it should look like at this point. All right, let's do row 10. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start out with our green, like normal. And we need to switch over to blue. So we need 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white in the next 4 blocks or squares. So let's bring our white up here. And we're switching back over to blue. And then switch back over to white. Then we'll leave that behind and go back to our blue. We're going to finish this row off by putting 4 blue and a green at the end. So there's one. Two. Three. Four. And there we go. So that is 10 rows, and that's what it should look like. And we will be back for row 11 in a moment. Okay, so row 11. We are going to start out with the green. And then we need one blue, one white. Actually, no, that's not right. Yeah, our numbers are on the bottom, right? Yeah, that is right. So, yeah. All right, one blue, one white. So I need to switch over to our white. First of all, let's finish up this blue one. And then we're going to bring this white down here. All right, and then we're going to leave that one behind, and then we go back to blue, and we are going to need 7 blue and 1 green to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. and 7. And then we need a green at the end here to finish off the row. And that is row 12. Or 11, not 12, 11. So that's 11 rows. All right, and say that you start this and you don't know what row you're on. All you gotta do is count them. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, so that was row 11, and now our next row is 12. So we're going to chain 2 and turn, and we're going to start out with the green as usual. And then we need 4 blue, yes. So there's 1. 2, 3, and 4. And then we need a green. Just catching the edge of the tree. And then we're going to switch back over to blue. And we're going to finish off this row by putting 5 blue and a green at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's our green. So there's 12 rows right there. All right, so 13. We're going to chain 2 and turn and start out with our green. And then we need to switch over to our blue. And we need 4 blue next. All right, so 4 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need a green. And then we're going to bring in a red. And we'll leave that behind. And we need to finish this row off by putting 5 blue and a green at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and there is 13 rows. All right, so let's chain 2 and turn. And for row 14, starting out with green, and then we need 2 blue, 1 and 2. This white, we're going to need to cut off the white and the red because we won't use the red for a while. But the white I need down here. So we need 1 white here, right after these 2 blue. And then we need to go back to our blue. And we need 2 blue again. So there's 1 and 2. And then we're going to switch back over to our green and put 3 green in next. There's 1. 2. And 3. And then we need 4 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that is 14. Now row 15, let's chain 2 and turn. And we'll start out with the green and then go to blue. And we need to put 2 blue in. So there's 1, 2. And then we need a brown. All right, so we can leave that behind now. And we need a blue, one blue, and 1 green, and then we need to add in a pink. Then we need 2 green, 5 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, uh-oh, I forgot to bring that green with me, and I need that. There we go. So there's 3, 4, and 5. And then we use our green here to finish it off. So this one is going to be much like the Indian one. We're going to be cutting off strands a lot. So we'll cut off the white and the pink. All right. I did that right. Okay, yeah. So this is what it looks like now. This is the right side. And this is what we've got so far. Okay, and we will be back for row 16 in a moment. Okay, so we need to do row 16. And in row 16, we're going to start out with the green. And then we need 2 blue. So there's 1 and 2. That's actually 6 blue. So there's 3. Yeah. 4, 5, and 6. All right, and then we're going to add in our yellow. And then we need a green. Oh, not blue, green. All right, so 3 green is next, but we're going to leave that yellow behind right there. All right, and then we need 2 brown. Two blue and a green will finish off this row. All right, so row 17. Then we're going to start with 1 green, 2 blue, and 2 brown. So there's 2 blue. Now we'll bring the brown in. And then we need one green after the brown. Now we'll leave that brown behind. And then we need one yellow. So we're going to bring this yellow down right here, down here. And then 3 green. All right, so there's 3. And then we're going to finish this row off by putting 6 blue and a green at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is 6. All right, and that is 17 rows, and that's what it should look like. Row 18, chain 2 and turn. And we'll start out with the green. And then we need 1 blue, 1 white, so we need to get a white out here. And then 3 blue, and then a white. So we're going to bring this white with us. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need to go for the white next. And now we can leave that white behind. And then we need green. So we need 2 green. Come on. So there's 1 and 2. All right, so this yellow one we can cut off. Where's it at? Right here. Cut that off. And then we're going to get our pink back out. So we need pink. Or is that purple? That's purple, actually. Hang on. Yeah, this is actually that purple. All right, so we're going to put a purple in. And then we need 3 green and 1 brown. So there's 1. 2. And 3. And then our brown. And I left that blue behind. Okay, so we need 1 brown and 3 blue and a green to finish off this row. So 1 brown, 3 blue, and a green. Okay, and we'll be back for row 19 in a moment.
Or just turn the shirt
Okay,
inside.
row 19.
Turn the shirt inside out.
And then just starting out with green. Yeah, 1 blue, 1 white. And I think I still have that white attached. And we'll go ahead and turn and cut that purple off too, because we don't need that purple. All right, so So one blue, one white. Here's the white. Alright, so we can leave this white behind then. And then we're going to go back to the blue, and we need two blue. And we're also done with this green. I mean this brown. So we can cut that brown off. Alright. Alright, so now I need a green and a dark blue. So I'm using this royal blue as a darker blue than what my background color is. And then we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to bring the red in and put a red in. One red, and then 7 blue and a green to finish off the row. So go with the blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then here's our green at the end. Alright, so that is 19 rows. We are going to cut off the blue and the red and the white. Yep. Alright. There it is. Let's do row 20. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And we'll start out with the green. And then we need 7 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, and then we're going to switch over to green, and we need to put 3 green in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then I have this medium green right here. We're going to put in next. And then we need 3 green, regular green. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3. Yeah, that's right. Uh-oh. Well, I don't want blue. I need green. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 blue and a green to finish off the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So that is 20 rows, and you should have 20 squares in that row. We'll be back for row 21 in a moment. Okay, so row 21. We are going to start out with 1 green, 4 blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then we'll go back to our green, and then the next one is a light green, so we'll bring that down. And then we're going to go back to our green, and we need to put 3 green in. And leaving that light pink, or that light green down there behind. So there's 1, 2, 3. And we need our pink. And then we need 2 green. 2 green and 1 blue. And then we're going to put a white in. 1 white, 5 blue, and a green to finish off this row. So there's our white. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need our green. And there's row 21. So row 22, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start out with our green. And then we need 2 blue and 1 white. Man, I need to finish that. And then I have this white right here we're going to bring down. And back to the blue. We need 5 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. and 5. All right, and then we need a dark blue. And then we need 3 green. And on this second green, we're going to bring this pink up. And bring it with us. So there's 2 green, and here's the third one. And then the next one is pink. And then we need 3 green again. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 4 blue and a green to finish off the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know what? I left that green behind. So then we need a green to finish it off. And we'll be back for row 23 in a moment. Row 23, chain 2 and turn. We'll start out with the green. And then we need 2 blue and a white. So here's the white. And then we need 1 blue and 1 green. And there's our green, and then we need a yellow. And then we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a purple. And then we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, 3. And 8 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And our green. And that is row 23. Row 24, chain 2 and turn. Alright, we'll start out with the green and 8 blue. 1 green and 8 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we need 2 green, and then 1 purple. And we'll bring this purple up here. And then we need 3 green, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and then we need a red. And then 2 green, and then we'll finish off this row by putting 5 blue and a green at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll add in our green. All right, 25. We'll start out with the green, and 1 green and 5 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We need our purple. Then we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, scissors. What happened to my scissors? Oh. Alright, we need to cut off this yellow. We're going to need that. Alright, so it was 3 green and a yellow. And then 3 green again. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then we need the light green. light green. Okay. And then we need 7 blue and a green to finish off. No, 7 blue. I'm sorry. 7 blue, 1 white, and then 1 blue, 1 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and we need to cut off this white from down here and bring it up here. So now I need 1 white, 1 blue, 1 green to finish off this row. All right, and so there, we could cut that red off. We need that. There is 25 rows, and you should have 25 squares. This is half the diamond made. So we will be back tomorrow to finish the diamond. We will be decreasing on both ends, and I will be showing you how to do that to do our other half of our diamond. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.